I'm so excited today that we have someone who has been in and out of my life my entire life, Kathy Wood Newman. She is a first-time published author of a book called White Light, Dark Magic. Kathy had a tragedy in her life, and out of that tragedy, she found some inspiration to direct focus into a creative outlet, and she's always been a writer. And so I have Kathy here with me today, and I cannot wait to hear what she has to share with us, because we all have so much time on our hands right now while we're dealing with this tragedy, and I felt like a positive thing to do would be to share with people how you got your inspiration. So tell us all about that.
Hi, and thank you for having me, Misty.
Thank you for being here.
So basically, I had a very bizarre dream, and I just felt like I had to get it written on paper. So something so small as a dream became a whole novel. Wow. I started writing when I had some extra time, and it just felt right and kept flowing. So that's basically where the basis of the whole book came from.
Okay, that is so great. Okay, Kathy, can you tell us a little bit about the process for somebody who maybe has had an idea and they've started writing, and can you kind of fill us in on some of the steps that you took when you were self-publishing your book?
Absolutely. So there's a couple different ways to actually get started. First thing that I would recommend is write daily. Okay. Pick a spot that's comfortable for you and make an appointment with yourself just to write. Even if it turns into a brainstorming, it doesn't have to be a full short story, but just get something down so you get in the habit of writing daily. So that's very important. And with all the chaos of getting ready for the quarantine and getting ready, I have fallen away from that. So by you reaching out to me for this interview, I'm actually taking my own advice and making that block of time, whether for you it's 30 minutes or an hour or even 10 minutes. Just make sure you make the time just to get started. Some people, if they're writing a novel and have a complete idea of what they want, they'll do a whole outline and just write the outline as it goes. For me, I don't write that way. It just kind of flows, and I write little short stories, and then I'm able to piece it together at the end, which is kind of backwards. So whatever works best for you is fine. Getting a content editor will help you piece it together and make sure your storyline is believable and flows properly. So that's helpful as well. And then once you actually have your story together, before you go out and spend a lot of money on getting someone to edit your book for grammar or punctuation or things like that, enlist your friends, enlist your family, people that you trust as a beta reader. Because when you write something and you read it the same way, even though you might have used the wrong word and not even realized you kept putting no instead of not, or something so simple like that. So getting those people that you trust to read your book is a beta tester, and that is very helpful. And just make sure that, they are your friends and family, but they'll be honest with you, because if you're putting all this effort, you want to have it crafted the best book possible.
Right. You want a support system that will be honest in a positive way, but also shed light where they need to, right? Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I know I had my husband read it, and I didn't like his feedback. So it was a little too close to home. So,
right.
You may want to pick a friend that you would be able to take that feedback a little easier.
Yeah, and I think being open with the person that you're asking to read it and let them know, I want you to critique my spelling, my English, and those things, and make sure that I'm making sense, but not necessarily my artistic view of my story, correct?
Exactly. And that gets a little tricky because everyone writes differently.
Yeah.
But then sometimes the sentence makes sense to me, but everyone else it doesn't. So It's helpful to have that person be like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
If they don't understand, they're not going to keep reading.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The same thing with videos. If someone isn't understanding the point that we're trying to make, they're not going to keep watching. So I understand that, and I can relate to that. So a while back, you and I had a couple of conversations. You had attended a class that I had on vision boards, and I love that your vision board is hanging right behind you. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But in the meantime, we had a conversation that you were part of a 5,000 word challenge in 30 days. Can you tell me some more about that?
Yes. So that is called NaNoWriMo. And in the month of November, there's a challenge for you to write 50,000 words.
Oh, 50,000.
I've participated in 50,000. So I've participated 3 times and I've completed it twice. So you won't always get the end result, but you have so much content written down that you're able to piece it together, and you might actually write short stories. And
right.
You can have a book about short stories. So it doesn't have to be a full novel, but most novels are around 50,000. So that's kind of the basis of writing a novel in 1 month.
Right. Okay. So that we all have a month right now. So I think it would be a great idea to take that for people who are thinking about maybe writing some things out, or maybe they already have some ideas started. Now seems like the perfect time and the perfect opportunity for people to be trying just to get 50,000 words down on their computer or in a notebook, or however they write it, whether they write like you do and they write as it happens, or they write an outline, any of those things. So can you tell us about how you actually got the book published and how you used Amazon, I think you told me at one point in time?
Yes, I did use Amazon. So you can either go self-publishing or the traditional publishing. I decided that I wanted to do self-publishing because I was impatient.
Okay.
And I was out there and I wanted it done, and I didn't want to have to do the queries and the submits and wait. And, you have to wait and see, is this publishing house even taking this type of novel or
right.
this genre or things like that? So it's a long process to do that. But I gave myself a deadline, and because I was so anxious, I actually rushed it and uploaded the wrong one. That was not the final edit. Yeah. So actually about 20 books were purchased and went out through Amazon. And my mother-in-law was honest enough to tell me, there's a lot of errors in here. And I'm
wow.
like, so I got the book and I looked at it and I was like, this is the wrong one. So Amazon luckily will let you do edits.
Okay.
Any major overhauls, no. But as long as they're minor edits, and this was minor enough that even though there were a lot of issues, it didn't change the word count or the page count. So I was able to go in and edit it. The book is still live.
Okay.
You can go in, re-upload the new one, save over it, and it takes about 72 hours to be completed. So I was able to catch it early on before too many books went out. So at least now I have collector's items.
Right. That's a great story. I love that. Thanks for sharing that with us, because I think a lot of people don't do things like this because they're afraid they're going to be a failure. And in my mind, you have to just do it. And a lot of experts say that doing something is better than doing nothing. And finding out those little things along the way and learning from those experiences is so valuable and so important. And the fact that you can smile about it now is so awesome, and I love that. I always love your positive attitude. So I guess go ahead.
I did cry when I found out. I was like, because I didn't know that I could fix it. And I was like, if that's the case, you basically have to make a second edition and do all these other things. But because I didn't go the traditional publishing, I was able to make those changes. But yeah, when I found out, I did cry.
I don't blame you. I would have too. It's okay to cry. It's just how we deal with the stress of it or the information after, right? And so you moved on quickly and you fixed it. So I'd really love to close with our vision board class. And on a personal note, I am thrilled for you. We had a conversation a few days ago when I asked you to come on, that we took this class, or you took my class in September, and it was September the 21st. And so I'm not exactly sure when your video is going to air right now. The girls and I are going to put it in the calendar, and I'll give you the date as soon as it's on the books. But when we talked, it was exactly 7 months when I reached out to you. And your vision board, tell everybody what's happened with your vision board.
Wow. So basically on my vision board, I've almost completed everything that I had set out to do. And I really didn't feel like this would happen in such a short amount of time, but doing the manifesting and praying and just staying at it every day and thinking about what I really want and making it come to life, it has. And I was thinking this was interesting because we actually have 3 foster kids with us right now.
Right.
And I was today, and there's 2 little kids here and a third one there.
And your goal was to get 1 child in your house, and you've manifested 3.
Yeah.
And on your vision board, there's 3.
Yeah.
So it works.
It does.
It works.
It really does.
I know. I'm so thrilled. And thank you for letting me help you and coach you with this. I mean, when I say that I am overcome with joy to see all of the things on there. And I know that your last goal that you haven't mentioned to me yet, but I'm going to say that I think that I know that it is. You said that you wanted this book to become something, and you have a big vision for it, and you are currently writing the sequel right now, correct?
I am writing the sequel.
Okay,
yeah.
So I think that when all of our friends and family see this video and all the circumstances that are going around the world right now, and there's so many people, you know, combining powers and making things happen in collaborations, I really feel like your book is going to be something. The something that you're looking for. So we are all going to help to manifest that for you.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor and tell everybody where they can find your book?
So if you go to Amazon.com, you can search for Kathy Wood Newman, and that's Kathy with a C, or you can search for White Light Dark Magic, and it'll pop up, and it's Amazon Prime.
That is so great. That is the coolest thing, isn't it? I just love that. Kathy, would you also love to come back and have another conversation about just the book and the content of the book? We'd love to have you back.
Absolutely. Okay. I love talking to you.
I love talking to you too. All right, everybody. I just want to thank you for your time today, and I hope that you enjoyed this interview with Kathy. And Kathy is on social media. You can probably message her on Facebook. That's how I got a hold of her. We are here for you every single day, Monday through Friday. Our videos go out right now at 10 o'clock in the morning because we feel like people are sleeping in. And so we're not doing our 5:30 time. But we want to help everybody live a more positive and abundant life. And if you would like to know more about vision boards, you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can always leave us a comment right here on our YouTube channel. When you like and subscribe to our channel, it helps push our videos out into the YouTube universe, and that is how we grow. So until tomorrow, happy manifesting!